What's going on, my cool cats and kittens? It is your boy DustyWhy, and if you have not been by the channel before and you're wondering who the heck I am, I have over 5,000 hours in New World. I war on 6 servers and I stream every single day over on Twitch. So if you haven't yet, make sure you head over to twitch.tv/DustyWhy and drop a follow so you can come over to the daily live streams and ask any questions that might pop up in between watching this video and any point throughout your Aeternum journey. With that being said, I'm going to get into 5 tips that I wish I knew when I first started playing New World. Now, these are primarily going to be some leveling tips to make your early journey a little bit easier and help you get into the end game. So stay tuned, and if you have any tips that you'd like to recommend that have helped you, drop them down in the comments below. Let's get to it. The first thing that I hear a lot of new players asking questions about, especially when they're playing with friends, is the start of the main story quest. Now, there are a couple of spawn points throughout Aeternum, so you may start separately from any friends that you're playing with, but you will be brought together as soon as you go to Everfall. So keep going through that first little introduction, and then you'll be able to play with all of your friends, you'll be able to group up, and all of the features of the game will unlock for you. At level 17, you'll unlock the faction mission. So this is where you can choose between the Syndicate, the Covenant, and the Marauders, and you can start a faction storyline. Now, this faction has endgame prevalence through wars and also through different pieces of gear or crafting materials that you can purchase from your faction vendor. So stop by your faction vendor, make sure you check out all of those rewards, and there's some pretty cool transmogs hidden in there as well for you to find. And if you find that you're a little bit behind in terms of experience, make sure that you're grabbing any side quests in your area and visit your faction rep so you can get your faction quests and complete a big chain of quests while you're out. This will help you stay ahead on experience and not fall behind at any point during the main story quests. Next, it's important to keep in mind that New World's classless progression system allows you to go any direction that you'd like to with your weapons and your trade skills. So keep in mind that respecking is super easy. Up until level 60, respecking is completely free, and then even at max level, it costs 50 gold or 50 Azoth to respec your attributes or weapons, respectively. So there is plenty of room to explore, there are plenty of weapon pairings, plenty of attribute distributions, and a ton of trade skills for everybody to get into. So take your time, try some different combinations. I've personally played almost every melee weapon there is at some point, and I've had fun with all of them. Within those weapons, there are different builds for each weapon as well, so be sure to mess around, put your attributes where you want them, put your weapon skills where you want them, and worry about finding the best build when that time comes. Whether you're hopping into New World as soon as this video comes out, or after the Aeternum launch in October, you're gonna love this next tip. The trading post is your best friend as a new player. Thanks to weapons not really disappearing and you not needing multiple weapons to progress through the game, a lot of players will relist their lower level gear on the trading post for super cheap. There's also one more trick that I'm about to show you that's gonna change your life as soon as you hit level 30. Now, as much as you all love seeing my face constantly, I figured I would show you this in-game because it is that much of a game changer for your leveling experience. So, you've hit level 30 and you're ready for the next steps. Let's head over to the trading post in town and we're gonna interact. Now, there might be a lot of items on the trading post, but we can narrow those down using the filters up at the top. We'll go to our gear score range and we'll narrow it down 500 to 500. We're gonna go to weapons and we're gonna find the weapon of our choice. Now, if we hover over this, we see a gear score 500, level 30 requirement weapon. This will greatly accelerate your leveling experience if you can get your hands on one of these. This will be the largest power spike that you encounter over the course of leveling. Now, if you're seeing this closer to the October launch, and you're saying, Dusty, these aren't available yet, these are going to be fresh start servers. You can make these level 30 bind on equip 500 gear score weapons yourself by hitting 100 in the respective trade skills. And if you're one of the first on the server to level and start producing these, I guarantee you're gonna make a pretty penny. Now, one of the most important things for leveling in New World and beyond is actually gonna be something that you can't find on the trading post. And that's proper nutrition. And that's where today's sponsor, Factor 75, comes in. Thanks to Factor 75, I've been able to have nutritious, fresh, ready-to-eat meals delivered directly to my door to power me through my daily streams. I stream anywhere from 6 to 10 hours a day, and it's been amazing to have a wide selection of meals to choose from that include healthy options from salmon, chicken, steak, shrimp, and plenty of vegetarian and vegan options too. And if you're interested in saving a ton of time cooking and a ton of money, you can click my link in the description to save 50% on your first box and 20% on your next month of boxes with Factor. So go down, give it a look, let me know what the best looking meals are there, because I've probably had them at this point.
And now back to your regularly scheduled program.
So you may encounter some expeditions that you want to run while you're leveling, or late game, you might want to hop into some PvP or some group-based PvE. Let me show you the most convenient place to find all of those options. With the streamlined activity finder, you'll be able to search normal expeditions, mutated expeditions, which are the endgame variants, elite trials, with more coming in October, 3v3 arenas, which are soon to be cross-server, as well as Outpost Rush, the 20 vs 20 cross-world game mode where you fight for 3 outposts and to claim victory. Now, if you're someone who's competitive and loves seeing how you stack up against other players, head on over to the leaderboards in the top right, where you'll be able to put yourself against other players' best times in weekly mutated expeditions, best performances in faction war, PvE, PvP, and seasonal trade skill leaderboards. Last, and certainly not least, because I think this is the most important tip that I could ever give anybody coming to New World, is explore. Now, I have over 5,000 hours, I play on 6 servers, and I war multiple times every single day. And one of the things that I still remember most about New World was playing on launch and seeing the immense number of camps set up, playing with all my friends, and figuring out what builds we all wanted to run. Now, the player base has dwindled quite a bit over the years, but we do still have a very dedicated community left who is welcoming new players with open arms. So, get out there into Aeternum, run around, check out the beautiful world, listen to the fantastic sound design, and immerse yourself in classless progression, open trade skill progression, and have fun with it. Thank you guys for checking me out. My name once again is DustyWhy. If you loved this video, please make sure you like, subscribe, and comment a tip that you would give any new players. Also, swing over to twitch.tv/DustyWhy, where I stream every single day. At the time of recording this video, I am almost at 400 consecutive days going live. I hope to see you all there. Once again, thank you so much for checking me out. Peace.